A September gust blew over my Greenville 10-acre farm, swaying the sunflowers and whispering over the vineyard. A fruitful harvest was on its way. I'm Cole, 42, farmer, welder, and father to Ethan, my 15-year-old son. I bought this place 5 years ago for the peace, the space, and the liberty. Above all, the liberty from the grasping hand of the Greenville HOA. Zoned agricultural and well out of their reach, this land was my domain. At least it was. Before Karen came. Karen, 55, immaculately pressed cashmere, a neat auburn bob, and a glare cold enough to curdle milk, was the HOA queen, a suburban legend. She once fined a neighbor for an unapproved birdhouse. Another time, too many pumpkins on a porch. And me? I was her white whale. She'd parked her Porsche Cayenne in my front field that spring at some snobbish HOA brunch, claiming it was overflow parking for the community. I had my tractor tow it and gave her the warning. Don't come back. She ignored the warning. It started with a text message. We're taking over your pasture to park for our fall gala. Be a good sport. I responded, private property? No way. She ignored it. I saw her husband, Phil, lingering near my gate on Friday afternoon, scribbling in a notebook as if he were staking out a parking area. I locked my doors a little bit tighter. But Saturday morning, I came out to a horror, her Porsche yet again in my pasture, this time over a bed of wildflowers. And following, a parade of luxury cars, Lexuses, BMWs, pouring in. A gigantic Greenville HOA Fall Gala banner was flapping against my fence. Ethan, snapping from the porch, muttered, "She's completely insane." I strode down and found Karen playing traffic cop in front of my gate, looking every inch the pearls and cashmere matron. "Karen," I ordered, "this is my property. Move these cars off my land now." She glared, brandishing her phone. "I've got 911 on speed dial, Cole. Do not cause a scene." She wanted a scene? Oh, she was going to receive one. I walked back to the barn and fired up my John Deere. 80 horsepower roared to life. Hitched to it? A steel fence I'd been welding for a client. A 12-foot beast with spiked bases and reinforced sides. Rural justice, handcrafted. Ethan launched the drone, already grinning. I rolled out into the pasture, dropped the fence over the only exit, and chained it to stakes I had driven years earlier, just in case. Then I parked the tractor across the Porsche bumper for added protection. The gala partygoers showed up, suits, gowns, champagne flutes, and braked at the vista. Karen's smug smile crumbled into rage. "This is vandalized," she shrieked. I leaned against the tractor, wet as iced tea, and flung her a copy of my deed. "Nope, private property. Trespassing is illegal. I already summoned the sheriff." Deputy Ramirez, a pal and fan of my sweet corn, showed up lights ablaze. Karen wasted no time spinning her sob story, that I'd taken her car and threatened her. Ramirez listened, nodded, then checked my deed, the drone footage, and the very visible no trespassing signs. "Ma'am," he said calmly, "you're trespassing." And a false 911 report is a serious offense. Karen's jaw nearly hit the gravel as he handed her a citation for trespassing and misuse of emergency services. Meanwhile, the gala crowd turned restless. Their cars weren't going anywhere. I made an offer. Get the cars out. Reimburse my wildflowers repairs. I'll remove the fence. Karen would not agree. So I brought in Vince, my towman. By nightfall, her Porsche and 3 more high-dollar wheels were roped and towed to the impound yard. The other guests cleared out, leaving their party behind.